not pour my whiskeys because I want them blind.
I'm gonna have to do that.
Well, I think ducks. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Bourbon Bar. I'm Holden. That's Lauren, and these are Punchkis, or Punchkis. I know you guys told us how to say them last year, or whatever year we did. Punchkis.
I think they're Punchkis.
Punchkis.
Don't fuck it up.
But we're gonna eat some of those today.
I gotta do this.
What is that?
I had a donut for breakfast, and I left this one for you. But I ate all the cream out of it.
Why?
It's tasty.
I don't know nothing, but what we're really doing tonight, apart from the Poochies, we're gonna be doing a blind of some nice heavily peated Islay Scotches. Starting with the Ardbeg Ugadal, going into the Lagavulin 16, and Bruichladdich Port Charlotte.
So did we have these two last
heavily
week?
peated. This is the only one that's been on the channel. This is new. Well, I already broke into it a little bit.
Something that you drank too much of last Friday?
No, I got this on Sunday. This I drank too much of on Friday. Okay, for reference, guys, you guys know I don't drink it very fast here, but the Ugadal is going down. And the Port Charlotte is actually brand new. Never been opened, but I did want to do it like that because I'm going to be doing them blind, so I really don't want to know which is which. I've never done like a blind with heavily peated scotches, but I do want to open this because I like popping corks here. Oh, dude, look at that little lip on there.
I feel like the scotches have more like detail.
I love the Scotch bottles. I think they're so like.
I like how this one's shaped.
Fancy.
But I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, that's Bruichladdich,
Yeah.
so that is the same brand that makes this. But they actually came out with new bottles. So when I was looking for this, I was trying to find one that came in the tube, like the Bruichladdich Classic Lottie does. This guy, it used to come in one of these guys, right? That's what this one came in. And when I was at the stores looking for this, I happened to notice that this is actually a different bottle now. This bottle does not come with the tubes, and it's actually like a little bit taller and skinnier. It's kind of like this, except it's got like some extra ridges on it. It doesn't quite look the same. But I actually kind of like the new look of this bottle better. You don't get the cool tube, but the actual bottle shape is cooler. But we're not going to be doing this. This is not peated, obviously. So Islay Scotch or not, I did not want to put that one in. I wanted to do strictly a blind of heavily peated Islay Scotches to see what I like the best and if I can pick out some differences between them and compare and contrast, yada, yada, yada. But we do also have the Punchkis that we're going to be sampling here. So I think I actually want to do the Punchkis first.
Oh, really?
I don't want to like pour this and then let it all open up and get all like the flavors evaporate in the air and then eat Punchkis and then like contaminate
We're
stuff.
gonna eat these and then I'm gonna pour those later?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but because we on the Bourbon Bar are an equal opportunity explorer, not only are we exploring whiskey today, but we're also exploring Fat Tuesday for those of you who celebrate.
This is like our culture.
True.
As Wisconsin people.
Should I get a knife or are we just gonna?
I was just gonna.
I'm getting a hat though, because here's them.
Okay, so what flavor would you guys like to start with? These are the options: raspberry, lemon, Oreo, Reese's peanut butter cup, turtle, or bananas Foster.
I'm excited. I'm really excited actually because it's Fat Tuesday. Tomorrow is the start of a very long diet. I mean, I've been starting on and off for the last couple of like months, honestly, but tomorrow is the beginning of Lent for me, which means that I'm giving up all junk food. And giving up all junk food basically means this is my last hurrah. So Fat Tuesday has a special meaning for me today because I'm getting fat.
We're going to start with lemon for one of two reasons. One, I feel like we'll start and end with the typical flavors. And two, because it's glazed, so I think it's going to be the
Freshest?
oddest. No. This is something that bugs me about Uncle Mike's. Lemon should be powdered. These fuckers should be powdered in general. I mean, I know they're making them different, but like, lemon should be powdered. But I got like lemon, so I got lemon.
That's fair. Anyway, let's say hi to the people before we dig in. Mr. Sugar Kitty is here, says meow. Sugar Kitty, cheers to you, good sir. Welcome to it. Butt Stuff, Ben is in the chat. Whiskey Uncensored is here, logging on. Welcome, welcome. He says butts. Butts right back. Sugar says, I say punky. Punky. I got some too, as well as a German version, fast notched.
So it's literally
Notch.
could be your, I guess both ours. I'm German too.
Yeah, and I speak somewhat German. I mean, fast notched.
So how do you say punch?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it was punky German. Punky.
No, it's Polish, but they have issues with Polish.
And AZ says, how are you now, boys? And Lauren, hanging AZ, I'm good, and you? Not so bad. Welcome to it, hanging AZ. Welcome to it. Dustin Bacek is here, said, punkies are the best.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty damn good.
It's every year. This might be your first time watching, though.
F nuts, fuck nuts. Yep, I remember them getting called fuck nuts last year. Peter White, Peter, is here, says, cheers. Hey, Peter, welcome to it. By the way, saw your Instagram post. Sick ass car. That's a nice. He had an old Firebird in the 70s. 70s? Yeah. Thing looks sweet. Dan Bino is here, says, cheers, Bino in the house. Bino, welcome to it, welcome to it. Had to dig around in the cabinet for a Buna 12. Too early for Pete. That's fair. Tricky says, yes. Yes. Raspberry is always my go-to. I love a raspberry. Yeah. When we got Punchkis in Chicago, when they first came out from Stan's Donuts, we only got one because we were going to eat a lot of donuts that day.
You had two. You had a cannoli one and I had a raspberry one.
Oh, right. But one of them was raspberry, basically, is what I was trying to get at. Because raspberry rocks. 1 hour until go time for me. Probably will just have an EC small batch. Nice. Very nice. So, daylight savings time is this Sunday.
It is?
Yep.
Fuck.
So, we are spring forward, so
Yep.
the sun's going to be out later. So, it would be sunny right now still. Right? That's how that works.
Okay.
But I can't remember if Arizona is on this current time or if when the clocks go back to normal, that's their normal time. Because they don't do it.
They're
I just
either
can't remember.
our time or 1 hour behind, or they're either 1 hour behind or 2 hours behind. What is it? Because he's
I think they're 1 and
behind
2.
now.
I think they're 1 and 2.
So then, but does that make any sense?
1 hour until go time. If it's 5 o'clock for him, then an hour from now would be 6 o'clock, which is when he normally drinks,
You know
right?
what? We're just gonna fucking Google. Google it.
Blackberry, Bino says. Oh, I like blackberries too, to be fair. Raspberry is the best flavor for all pastries, including Kringle. That is a strong statement, and I stand behind that. Fat Tuesday is just the same old Tuesday. I said that to one of my coworkers today. I'm like, today's Fat Tuesday. He's like, every day's Fat Tuesday for me. I'm like, well, yeah. Derek Whiting says, cheers from California, everyone. Derek Whiting, glad to see you made it there safe. Cheers to you, good sir.
Yeah.
You'll have to look for some good scotches while you're out there and ship them back to yourself because I have stories. When we get to the scotch, I have stories about how hard it is to find good scotch in Wisconsin. Obviously, I don't need to tell you that because you have much more than I do, but I was on a hunt today and it was just hard. Whiskey Uncensored says, geez, what the hell? They only have fruit flavors here.
Well,
I went and got.
This is the flavors that this place
Hold on.
had.
I got strawberry, though I still don't really see the difference between them and a donut. That's from a fat guy. Hey, I don't either, to be fair.
I'm sure that way back when, like, they were made with like a different type of dough, all that crap. But like, Uncle Mike's is making them their donuts. They're donuts that they mark up the price for, is what they are. Okay, so these are the flavors I had to pick from, which made it very difficult. So raspberry, cream, custard, lemon, apple, prune, strawberry, poppy seed, and not lemon poppy seed, it's just poppy seed in there. She made, like, I heard someone else talking about it. Chocolate lovers, turtle, peanut butter cup, cheese ski, which I don't know what the difference between that and, like, the cream is. Or is that, like, just, is that
cream would be
cheese?
like, yeah, cheese ski would be like when you get one of those Danishes with the cream, with the cheese on it.
But why not just call it cheese? I don't know. That's what
cheese ski? Because they're making a pun.
Bananas Foster, strawberries and cream, the ultimate, which I didn't know what that was, and I didn't see it out. This one also doesn't label anything, so I'm just going based off.
If you would have gotten the ultimate, it could have paired well with Ardbeg, the ultimate.
You know what? Fuck you.
Islay Scotch whiskey.
Maple bacon and Oreo. And I almost got maple bacon.
Maple bacon would have fucked.
But I didn't because I wasn't sure if I was going to get hold of PTSD from literally tomorrow last year.
Yep. Smokey and the Bandit version. Not quite older than that. Not quite the Smokey and the Bandit version. It's the one with the bigger front end, I think. But I don't remember watching Smokey and the Bandit all that much, so I wouldn't know for sure. Robin Whiting is here, says cheers. All Robin, cheers to you. Welcome to it. We couldn't even find any in California. That is a shame. 4-Leaf Whiskey says cheers, everyone. 13 days till St. Patty's Day. Hey, 4-Leaf Whiskey, Stacy, welcome to it.
4-Leaf Whiskey what I saw that Holden doesn't want. So, I saw it was
okay.
What was it called?
If we're going to keep talking, then we need to eat too. Because I was just trying to get through all the comments before we eat, but we're never going to get there.
It was like a Guinness milkshake. Oh my gosh. And I had Jacob, my brother, had a Guinness coffee, like latte the other day, and it was very good. Moving on.
I believe it.
So this is lemon. Move your face! This is lemon. Doesn't it look yummy? It'd be yummier if it was powdered. Okay, moving on.
You have a CB radio and that good buddy? Wasn't me, it was Mr. Peter. Firebird, bite your tongue. Oh, yes, that is a 1973 SD 455 Trans Am. One of 252 made. Okay, sorry, Trans Am. I didn't know there was a huge difference, to be fair, but I drive Camaros, so, you know. All right, lemon, let's go.
Yummy.
I can go behind lemon.
I love lemon.
Honestly, though, not as good as raspberry ones usually are. Did you get a raspberry?
Yes, I did.
I like raspberry better. I love lemon, but I think the peak lemon flavor in a dessert for me is lemon bar. And like lemon crust jelly like that, I feel is just too. It almost feels too artificial. It tastes like a lemon drop, is what it tastes like.
Well, some custard or lemon curd tastes like very natural, and some doesn't. All right,
True.
Next is gonna be Oreo. So move your face. That's Oreo. It's stuffed in the half.
I would just like to point out that I ask a lot nicer when I need her to cover her face.
So I don't even know how to bite this one.
Looks like I'm gonna go first on this one. So this one is
it's cut in half.
not filled traditionally. It's like
it's like a cream puff more.
Yeah, or like a cream pie. White stuff in the middle.
Good, medium.
That's all right. A little dry actually.
Well, they've been sitting all day.
That is fair. I think it just needs. The thing about the fruit filled punchis is that it really holds the moisture, and it really also like it's super sweet, but also refreshing because of the fruit. Whereas things like this, which is dessert on dessert, it's always so sweet and decadent that like if you have like one or even a half of one, it's just like a little too much.
It almost just doesn't taste like anything. Right?
Yeah.
Like if I had my eyes closed, I don't think I'd be able to tell you what this was. Which, you know what? That's probably the difference between a Poochki and a regular donut, is that regular donuts have very sweet dough.
That's true. That I can only taste the Oreo. Although, it's going to go good with this milk, I can tell you that much.
Okay, next one is peanut butter cup.
Oh, I never drink milk. Too many calories, but
Okay.
that was good.
This is peanut butter cup. Woo!
Okay, let's not drop it on the floor. You don't need to tilt it that much.
I do. They need to see it.
They can see it just fine.
What was funny? Okay, this one I'm
AG
excited
never
for because
changes.
I love a good chocolate frosty.
Me too. Richie Z says, "Cheers, Holden, Lauren, and whiskey friends." Hey, Richie, welcome to it. We're eating some punchkis. Glad you could join us.
This one's not as dry.
Raspberry Danish. Could it be any better? I do like raspberry Danish, to be fair. Fast nuts or punchkis are a subset of donut. They're supposed to use the same things you can't eat during Lent, or use up the things you can't eat during Lent. So that means they're butter and leavened donuts, not cake donuts.
This one's better than the Oreo by far. You almost think it would be drier because peanut butter is so thick, but it does.
It's much softer.
It actually works really well together. Yeah, that worked pretty good.
Okay.
I would eat this one again.
And that would make sense, obviously. Got to use up what you can't eat.
Mm-hmm.
Watching from La Quinta Brewery.
They went to Coachella Brewing today, too.
Coachella Brewing?
Yeah, I told them to give us a cup. Okay, everyone. The next is turtle. We're really powering through these because we don't want to waste time here. We're getting to the whiskey.
Well, we got scotch to drink today, so.
Okay. This is turtle.
This one I'm excited for. So, there are hardly any worthwhile donuts in Green Bay. I mean, they're good donuts.
Uncle Mike's is the only donut shop in Green Bay.
Right, and they're good donuts, but they're so plain. It's like Long John,
They're just
Filled
typical
Long John,
donuts. They're not
Bismarck,
making anything fancy.
stuff like that. Persians, right? Not gourmet donuts. But Uncle Mike's does have a turtle donut. The dough is actually like this like caramely dough, which it looks like this also has. And then it's got the chocolate frosting and the stuff and the glaze and the pecans or walnuts or whatever they are. Pecans. And their turtle donut is like the closest thing I can get to a gourmet donut in Green Bay, and it's like my favorite donut from Uncle Mike's. So I have high hopes for this, although...
And they're like this big.
Yeah, and they're delicious. I mean, they're so good.
This is miniature.
Yeah. So, going in on this bad, Larry.
Sadly, I think it's just...
Yeah, and they do have Kringle like this too, which it honestly kind of looks like the consistency of a Kringle.
So Uncle Mike's is like supposedly the award-winning Kringle like every single fucking year in the whole world, like a whole thing. I hate their Kringle.
Uncle Mike's knows how to fucking do turtle. It's like got the saltiness.
Was it wet for
And
you?
the cream. The cream is like the inside of like those zebra, like it's got the hard shell and like you squish it that you get from like China Buffet.
You mean the Little Debbie snacks?
Well, there's like zebra cakes that are Little Debbie's, but then they make ones at like the Chinese restaurant, that China Buffet. And it's got like a hard, it's got like a hard crust on it, and it's like really good. I think it's a salt for me. I think that's why I like it.
Maybe. This one's moist.
What is that one? Oh, banana cream.
Banana Foster, which means there's alcohol in it. This is Bananas Foster. Look at the side of it. I don't know what happened. It got destroyed. But I'm excited for this one. I think this one's gonna taste good. So it's got like the caramely top with the
I think it's gonna be refreshing after all that
pudding
sugar.
inside.
Apple is the best donut fruit, preferably with caramel and bacon. See, I don't agree, only because I don't like the...
I like this. I would eat this 1,000 times.
I don't like the consistency of the apples. I feel like they're too hard or crunchy. They like on a donut, you know? Unless it's like apple jam, which I've never had, so maybe that would be better.
Holden, are you a fucking child?
What?
You got fucking floaters in this milk. That's good, right? You don't like it? It might be my favorite one.
It's good. I don't know if it's my favorite.
1,000 times better than the turtle.
No.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it goes turtle, lemon, then peanut butter, that one, Oreo so far.
I thoroughly disagree. All right.
All right, raspberry time.
Raspberry. Save the best for last, everyone.
Stacy who? Stacy H? Wait. It is Stacy H, right?
Yeah. What did you call her?
I don't know.
Well, you know what? I only call her Stacy H because you call her Stacy H. So you
That's
got
because that
it
used to
wrong.
be her username.
Oh, I know. Okay, this is raspberry. Nothing special.
Yeah,
Just a sugared one.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Look at the.
Imagine we've been calling her the wrong name this whole time. Oh, they shoved it in the butthole. I mean, bottom.
But.
Don't start talking about donators, bud. Figure it out.
I didn't know we were going to talk about donut butt so bad.
What? I'm so confused. Why are you licking your chops down there? How is it?
I don't know what happened.
You didn't even get to the raspberry.
I'm fine.
Alright, I'm going in. Should I bite from this side? I don't want to
This
get all the
is just
filling.
raspberry, and then there's nothing over here.
Nothing right here?
That's our first bit.
I guess we'll find out.
Oh, Lord.
I hardly got any raspberry.
Just take a swipe with your tongue.
I get a little on my face.
Okay.
But I will say the best one. Not only the best, but also I think because we did it last, it makes it the best because the other ones are getting so sweet, and this is so refreshing. I know.
It was gonna be too much.
Can I have another bite?
And then you can finish the milk along with your floaters. Just eat it. Just lick it out.
You know that bite.
Well, I'm not having any more.
What are you gonna do with them? All right.
Feed
So
it to the homeless people.
that was absolutely delicious. I'm going to. Are your hands clean?
I know.
I'm going to step out of the room. Lauren is going to pour those 3 whiskeys into those 3 Glencairns blindly. I'm going to come back and I'm going to rank them and taste them. Hooah.
Don't drop the infinite me. Leave. We don't want you here.
I need to wash myself. I feel like I need a bath after all that sugar.
Excuse me, everyone. I don't even know what these are. Okay. This one. Why did you leave this shit on the screen? Jesus Lord. That one. That one. And then this one. That was a pretty good pour because I could not see. Does everyone have it? Everyone understands? Oh, I can't. So you see. There. Better? Everyone gets it? Yeah. These smell horrible. I don't enjoy. Okay.
Huh?
Okay, I'm done.
Okay.
Dustin says that custards are his favorite. I thoroughly enjoy custard.
I do love a custard because a custard is a lot like the fruit, where it's got that like
the best
refreshing.
kind of donut is a Boston cream donut. So the best kind of punchki. I've never had just a custard one. Only fruit ones and now these. And they had custard. I was getting a Boston cream donut for breakfast, so I didn't need any more custard.
All right.
Put those away from me because I didn't want to smell them. And then you brought them close.
So we got 3 whiskeys here. Luckily, all the glass is tinted, and I haven't drank them enough I haven't drank them side by side to know how the colors compare to each other. So I've got no idea which of these is which. So here's a lowdown. I've drank a lot of the Ardbeg Ugadal. I did have 2 healthy pours of the Lagavulin 16 between yesterday and Sunday. And then I have not even tasted once the Port Charlotte heavily peated. So that's where we're at. We're going to bang through these comments and then Scotch time. I have made Guinness milkshakes. They are amazing.
Oh.
They do sound good. Hanging AG says, diabetes. Oh, diabetes is right. Casey Tisler is here, says, cheers, y'all. Casey, welcome to it. Welcome to it. Wow, finally. Sure, he says, I bought like 4 cases of Guinness pints with the widgets. I'm having one right now.
Did we tell them about how we went to the Guinness thing in Chicago?
I don't know if we did.
First of all, I went to this Guinness place in Chicago. Apparently, they make some Guinness in Chicago and then some in Ireland.
National Bakery in Milwaukee has the best butchkies, by the way, apparently.
Well, maybe if we're down in Milwaukee during this time, we'll have to try. Anyway, so we go, and it was fantastic. I had this breakfast drink, so it was the extra dry. Is that what it's called? Extra dark? Extra...
Extra stout?
The extra, yeah, it's like whatever, like
I have a bottle of it in the fridge.
Then, and it was mixed with a cold brew coffee, and then it had like orange bitters in it and like a dry orange. It was cute. It was yummy. Actually.
Yeah. Are these more like cream puffs? I think technically it would be kneecaps. I think cream puffs are still filled, whereas kneecaps are cut in half and
the fancier ones, yeah.
But yeah. Ever had a baby Guinness cocktail Kahlua with Bailey's flooded on top? That sounds delicious. I've had cream puffs.
We call those cum shots, I think.
Peter White doesn't need an Ozempic chaser with those. You're supposed to have Ozempic before these, because all Ozempic does is make you not hungry. I will let the youngsters eat that. I did a long bike ride today. See, I skipped gym today, so...
Don't you need your carbs after a bike ride?
No, you need your carbs before a bike ride.
But how come then the bike people come into Station 1 after they're done riding?
Because they burnt a lot of calories, and then they're just refueling, and nothing's better than a crisp beer after. I've had a baby Guinness as a shot, but not as a cocktail. Peanut butter cup, oh my, oh my, oh my. Maple bacon maple donut would be my go-to if I wanted to eat something sugary. See, maple bacon is good. You got the salty and sweet. That's kind of why I like the turtle ones. It's got a little bit of like a saltiness in there. Krispy Kreme lemon jelly donut when I go donut. See, we don't have Krispy Kreme around here, so you can't get that. I thought O&H was a Kringle King in Racine. That's what everyone says, but we haven't had it yet.
Yeah, we always see it. We never stop. I don't know what that is about. I've had O&H. So Jordan used to bring it into school because he lived down there.
Favorite custom order at Duck Donuts, blueberry frosting with a marshmallow sauce around the ring in the middle and crushed graham crackers inside the ring. Smurf belly button. That's not what I was thinking. That is not what I was thinking.
I feel like Sugar Cutie comes off as such like a low maintenance guy, but then he's like, "Yep, my custom donut order is the marshmallow sauce."
I feel like you were not expecting. Like, I'm reading this and I'm like, I know Sugar Kitty is not talking about a Smurf's asshole right now, and then at the end of it, it says called Smurf's belly button. I'm like, that makes way more sense than what I was thinking. Like, you got the hole, and then there's all the white stuff around it with like all the crumbs in it. I mean, what does that sound like to you, huh? Anyway.
What's wrong with you?
Best Kringle is from Old World Bakery. They do have good Kringle there. I have only had O&H. My buddy from Racine and his mom would mail them to him. I like a good apple fritter. See, I'm not a huge apple fritter guy. They're just too, like, tough. Or, like, they're not as... I don't know. Maybe I just never had a good one. I worked in Racine once in the company's lunchroom. There was always Kringle every morning. I remember we talking about this. Yeah. Stacey H. She is so cool. She has only a letter for her last name. Exactly. And thanks to Richie Z, he posted up the link to Four Leaf Whiskey's YouTube channel, so make sure you guys are checking her out. Voodoo Donuts originated the maple bacon. Did they really?
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that at all. But I mean,
there's no way.
Cool if they did.
They haven't been around that long, right?
I don't think so, but
we went to Voodoo Donuts. It was only okay.
Voodoo Donuts was in the South for a really long time, so it could have been.
True,
it could have started off as like one small thing that created that, but
and it seems like
I feel like maple bacon would be more of a.
It's kind of like chicken waffles.
I feel like maple bacon would be much more of a Canadian thing, but oh well.
Don't be racist.
I think all pork will taste like pastry. Just saying.
How nice that.
Wait, I just realized he's putting heated scotch on top of milk. Peated Scotch on top of milk. Yeah, he's going to curdle and puke. Well, that's all right. Andy says a good place here called Hertz Donuts. The name alone is amazing.
Hertz, like.
Oh, Hertz Donut. Like, you want a Hertz Donut?
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Why did you just blow at me?
Like.
Oh, I thought you were blowing at my hair. I'm like, what's in my hair?
Yeah, milk and peat is not a good combo. What is up with the milk and peat thing? Is that like a known fact? You're not supposed to drink milk and peat? Like, it is specifically peat? Like, I'm just confused, I guess.
That was supposed to be my milk, and he chugged it. And he put floaters in it. So
have a nice glass of buttermilk before the samples. Barf. I'm so confused. They're worrying me now.
Holden is also the person that used to drink those bomb thingies with the milk in it, though. And he was always fine.
Yeah, well, that was Irish whiskey and Guinness. It's called Bear Trap. Oh, no. Sorry, not Irish whiskey. That's Irish cream and Guinness. It's called a Bear Trap. It's a whole pint of Guinness and then a shot of Irish cream in the thing. Chug, all 16 ounces. Yeah, good times. Extra stout, known as export. There you go, Bubba.
There we go.
It's like every time I think I catch up, I scroll down and there's more. If only that was true. A beer after riding is acceptable. See? Blonde is no harp. I have that stuff right in the A. That's aggressive.
What about you talking about right now?
They're talking about harp because Guinness made harp originally, which is the beer. And you're thinking of Ben's butt stuff order. He gets a chocolate ring. That makes more sense, Sugar Kitty. Quick on his feet. Sugar Kitty is an aficionado on the finer things. Facts. Sugar Kitty has some fantastic taste and a lot of stuff. He does, actually. That's not even a joke, but just the chocolate ring is just funny. No Jameson, almost a car bomb. Yeah, if it was Jameson, it'd be a car bomb, but also if it was Jameson and Irish cream, then it would only be like that much Guinness. This is a pint of Guinness. That's the difference. Holden, have you and Lauren seen those Buzzball alcohol drinks in round containers? Do they look interesting? Yeah, I've had them.
In college, I had them.
They're all right. It's kind of like the equivalent of just drinking like something super sugary that's going to make you puke and have to be hungover the next day. But they don't taste inherently bad. I've only ever had like 1 or 2 flavors though. And not the milk ones. I think they make like chocolate milk ones. I've never had those.
They have like coffee ones, I think, too.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. 3 peated scotches. Lagavulin 16 coming in at 43%, 86 proof, 16 years old. Islay Scotch. We got Ardbeg Ugadal coming in at 54.2% alcohol by volume. That's 108.4 proof. Also, Islay Peated Scotch. And then last but not least, we got the Port Charlotte heavily peated Islay Single Malt, which is from Berclati. This is 10 years old in oak casks, and it is 50%, 100 proof. So we're hitting all 3 proof ranges today with these whiskeys, and I'm just gonna pull them into frame here because apparently Lauren is against
I want to be seen.
having things in the frame.
What are you doing?
Wow, beautiful. Okay, let's drink whiskey now. So, starting on glass A. So, I don't know what happened to me lately, but like I've been craving peat. And I'm not talking about my wife's boss.
What if he watches this? He does not need to hear you make jokes like that.
Why? You probably don't think it's funny.
He's just a sweet, innocent guy, and you...
Anyway, I don't know what it is, but like peat has been hitting for me lately. Like peat smoke, specifically heavily peated things. So I've been kind of expanding. I was gonna buy Ardbeg Corey Brecken today, but I wanted to get the Port Charlotte instead because it's a little cheaper and it's a different brand than the Ardbeg, and I already have an Ardbeg. But I will get Corey Brecken soon. Hawaiian Punch and Everclear, yeah, same thing. Bino says he has had the Buzz Balls. Those peated scotches are very different from each other. You should be able to pick them out. Well, Rich, I hope so, but
You have way too much faith in him.
I have not. I mean, besides the fact that I drank them a lot lately, like I also just got them, and I've only ever drank heavily peated scotch like 3 times in my life. So I mean, I've had peated scotch, but this is like heavy peat. This is the kind of peat that you smell and taste the whole time. We got 2 chocolate tiers in town, a jerky shop, and 3 Colombian bakeries. I've got whiskey. My mom is a tea fanatic. My brother's into coffee. I know my way around. Yeah, you gotta live in like the perfect little like an exploration area there, Sugar Kitty. Peter's a good guy. Give him a chance. Yeah, give him a chance. OG Brick 420 says cheers. Hey man, how's it going? Welcome back to it. I'm glad to see you here. Missed ya. Hanging AG says, who the F is Pete?
Well, Peter is on here.
Peter. Yeah, it's true. Pete is Peter. Peter is
We
Pete.
always call him Peter. I don't know if he goes by Pete, where it's like we know Pete goes by Pete.
True. If you get another one next, try the Pilkman for something yet different. It's very clean compared to the ones you've gotten. Good to know. I wanted to get some really heavy stuff. I almost picked up a Lafroig today to put in this lineup. I do think that because of my lack of Islay Scotch experience before the first time I tried Lafroig, I might have changed my mind between then and now. I hated it when I first couple times I had it, but so far I've liked all of these, and I know they taste similar to Lafroig in terms of peat aspect. So I'm very open to trying Lafroig again with an open mind. But that being said, Glass A, it's got a little bit of sweetness. Obviously, there's peat in there. A nice like charred, not like charcoal, but like a nice like almost like burnt grill, like not burnt ends quite, but like the grill grates on a grill, like that like greasy, fatty, burnt like ness to it. It's like a nice, I don't know, a nice kind of smoke, but it definitely has like an underlying sweetness, like a vanilla, but maybe even like a butterscotchy sweetness, something not quite sharp and vanilla, but still good. Overall, smells nice. Let's taste. So initially, the peat isn't up front. It's definitely on the end of the palate, and then in the finish. Up front, I think I get a little bit more of that sweeter, metallic-y taste. A little bit of hint of vanilla in the sweetness. It's good. I can tell you that much. I'm gonna try to stay away from proofs on these. Although, from my experience between drinking these two, they're really far away in proof from each other, but they don't really drink all that further from each other. I don't know why. This one drinks hot, and this one drinks easy. So there's that. Richie Z says, I'll pour some Ardbeg Corey since I've been out of the Oogie. See, I want to get Corey Brecken so bad. Do you know what Corey Brecken is named after? In Islay, over by Ardbeg, there's like a spot up in the ocean or wherever the water, and Corey Brecken is this world's second largest whirlpool. So the bottle of scotch is named Corey Brecken after that whirlpool that's over by Ardbeg.
Whirlpools are like a natural thing?
Yep.
Not just like...
And very dangerous.
So like it's just like constantly spinning or what?
I don't know if it's constantly spinning or if it just like appears every once in a while. Honestly, I don't even know what it looks like, but OG Brick says benchmark foolproof with the aging spiral. How's that aging spiral doing in there? I like the foolproof as it is, so it might be better with the aging spiral. Peated Scotch will mix really well with the milk. See, everyone keeps saying that, but I'm confused. Is it a thing? Should I be worried? Should I purposely not drink too much of it? Okay. Oh man, peated Scotch is so hard to pull notes out of because like there's so much peat. You know what I mean? It's actually got kind of a refreshing taste to it. Like there's a peat portion, and then there's like this like refreshing aftertaste that comes after like the smokiness dies down a little bit. I mean, I think there's an oak presence, like a charred oak, but also that heavy peat smoke. Man, it's tough. Tough being a bourbon drinker, drinking peated Scotch. Our downtown has made a successful transition over the years. Old general shops are not interesting specialty stores. That's fair. Peter's official name is PW, or P-Dub for short. P-Dub, what up, P-Dub?
Why are you throwing a gang signs?
It's W, P-Dub. I feel unpeated right now. Lafroig is very medicinal. See, that's what I hear. And I mean, I've had Lafroig, but I've never had Lafroig side by side to other heavily peated things. Viking Bourbon is here, said howdy folks. Cheers. Hey man, welcome to it. I'm doing some Scotch tonight. Unfortunately, mine and yours names don't, neither of them ring true to Scotch, but.
Your name doesn't do anything for Scotch?
The Bourbon Bar.
Oh. I thought you meant Holden.
Oh. Lafroig equals Band-Aids and hate. See, it makes me feel better knowing that you guys also don't like Lafroig because you guys do like some of this stuff, I think. The 2024 Lap Cardenas is solid, plus the Cardenas lower cast strength might be a tough find. Oh, Lap like Lafroig Cardenas? See, I don't know any of the specialty things for Scotch either, but I'm trying to learn. I understand that Ardbeg committee releases are not all that special, besides the fact that they have just a cool, fun story and a cool, fun bottle, and it's definitely like a marketing thing. But if they all taste somewhat close to Ardbeg, I like Ardbeg, so I don't know if I care. I'm certainly paying enough for bourbon. I'm not paying enough for Ardbeg. Anyway, salty swamp water mixed with Willie Nelson's bong water.
That's what happens in your tummy?
No, that's what Lafroig is. Like riding a giant porcelain bus. Oh, maybe that's what happens with Pete. Okay, should I really be concerned, guys? I'm getting concerned.
Go throw up and come back.
I mean, I feel fine. I can't imagine that I'm drinking enough peated Scotch to curdle my milk.
Start chugging. Let's see what happens.
Maybe. All right, let's get on to glass B.
La 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 la.
See, now B has more of a earthy, herbal, like deep earthy note. I feel like I shouldn't guess, but I feel like B could be Ardbeg. It's very pungent and it's really got this like potent, like savory note. Some kind of cured meat.
I just can't imagine drinking something that tastes like cured meat.
Hey, it's good. Let's drink it.
It's like you with Bloody Marys.
Oh, and then on the palate, it's super like sweet. Like it's got this like sweet, sugary sweetness with it's got hold on, I taste something, I just can't place it. It's okay. It's got this really sweet like metallic vanilla and honestly like a little bit of like hop water-esque in the finish. Like I get a little bit of like a beer aftertaste, but like I don't know if that's from the malt or what it is. It's something like a refreshing, light, hoppy, like it's got this like herbalness and refreshingness in the finish of the palate. But the up front of the palate is super sweet, and actually, the peat on this one is maybe even dialed back a little bit from this, where this might be a little bit more of like a fire pit or charcoal. This is more along the lines of like smoked meat and even smoked dessert on the palate.
Smoked dessert. I like dessert.
But the nose is very earthy. There is a note on it, tobacco, like cigar. That's what it is. It's like cigar, not hops. I don't know what I was talking about. Hops. It's got this like tobacco-y, leathery, like cigar. Like when you get done smoking a cigar, that like cigar taste in your mouth. That's what I'm getting on the palate of this, and I like it. I actually just went to the Cigar Lounge with Casey the other day, whatever day we went. Saturday. It was Saturday.
We went where?
To the Cigar Lounge.
Saturday.
OG Brick 420 says I really enjoy the aging spiral more than the regular benchmark foolproof. Well, good to know. Maybe that's one thing that I always thought I would try, but I haven't yet, and I'm actually kind of surprised. Make sure you check it often and not let it go too long. I have heard Casey actually had a big stick thing which had a spiral in it, and after a while he said it turned horrible. You are young, Holden. You will be okay. Well, I hope so. Holden the Gentle Peat, you know what that is. Peat being gentle. That sweet hit at the start is where you can get some notes before the smoke kicks in. True. Yeah. Actually, Glass B has got significantly less smoke than Glass A does. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. Okay. The one thing that I never really got to happen when I was drinking peated scotch the first time, like the first couple times I tried like Lafroig and stuff, so I never really drank it long enough to get past the peat smell, because Glass A doesn't smell like peat at all. It does still have peat in it, but it actually kind of smells like coffee cake.
Why'd you say it like that?
Coffee cake. It kind of smells like coffee cake. It legit has like a coffee cake type nose in it with a little bit of smoke, but it's really good. But I need to go on to Glass 3 before I lose all of my peat sensation in my nose.
What if that one has like no peat?
I know, that's what I'm worried about. Or what if it has more peat?
Ooh.
Let's get Glass C on the nose.
What if it's got so much peat that it's like you have peat in your mouth?
Now this is very bright. Bright, metallic, vanilla, and citrus, and like lemon zest. It's very fresh and clean smelling. It is very, very bright. Honestly, I'm searching for the peat in this one.
No, it's not.
Is it peaty?
No. Kind of smells like paint a little bit.
It's got like it kind of has like the vanilla icing on a donut when like the icing is just like a really sharp vanilla, like yeah, like a lemon Bismarck donut with white glaze on it, like white frosting almost.
Yeah, you want that white glaze on it?
Yeah. All right, let's taste it. Wow. Oh.
Did it surprise you?
Yeah, actually, a lot. Okay. That's pretty good. There's a note in the mid palate. It was. At first I was like, that okay, this is really sweet. There's actually a hint of peat on it. It's bringing that vanilla impact from the nose onto the palate. But then something happened in the mid palate. I have no idea what the note is. I'm gonna have to go back in for seconds. But there was something that happened that I really liked. So let's take 2 on that. And then the peat came back in the end too. So that's fun. Okay, it's got that malty, like stone fruit note. So when I drink bourbon, specifically the Dragon's Milk Origins, that what are you doing?
Nothing.
The Dragon's Milk Origin, it's all like not peated, but like malt. There's a lot of malt in it. And it's got this really like specific stone fruit note in it. This has super sweet metallic vanilla, very sharp metallic vanilla in the front of the palate, and then it moves into this really like desserty stone fruit with a hint of peat on the back end. It's almost like if you were to do like a peach cobbler on the smoker, which I'm absolutely gonna do this summer.
When I was a kid, my dad used to take a jar of canned pineapples and the whole thing, put it in there, and then put just like the powder from white cake mix with like pads of butter, and he put that on the smoker. Oh, and we put ice cream on top. It was so fucking good. That's kind of cobbler-y, right?
Yeah.
Cobbler,
yeah.
Didn't I make a cherry cobbler once and you put it on the smoker?
I don't know if we did it on the smoker.
But I did that, right?
Yeah, you made a cherry cobbler.
So why didn't we put it on the smoker?
I don't know.
Because you're probably too lazy.
I don't know. That is really good. And I want to go back through these all the other way. But what I'm going to do first, before I do that, is grab a New Glencairn and pour a super sweet bourbon to kind of, hopefully, I don't even know if this is even possible, but I want to kind of reset my peat meter.
Maybe she will get some more milk.
Without the milk. Cheers, biker. Jumbo biking bourbon. Charches. Charches is actually just very easy to find here. Is it? What is it? Is it Lafroig? Carriages. All right, Google time.
Her top and back. Oh, be careful.
Lafroig Carriages cask strength.
Marta's joining the live.
Okay, so actually, when I was at the stores today, they had Lafroig 10, and they also had a Lafroig something oak and a Lafroig something else. They had a couple different Lafroigs on the shelf today, but I don't remember seeing a Cargus. I don't know. But hey, if you guys say that's the one to get, that is the one I'll get, because I don't need to get the normal Lafroig. I've already had it. I can't tell if I feel gross because they're telling me that the peat and the milk are gonna fight, or if it's just because the peat and the milk are fighting. You know what I mean?
I get my tug on this queen.
Wow. NAD says I like Lafroig like once a year. See, that's what I did. I have a bottle of Lafroig at the work break room at my job, and whenever the Christmas party comes around, I always just grab it and have a pour to see if I still hate it. And every year, I still do. But maybe the next time will be different. All right. Coffee cake. Sounds like you're from Scranton, Pennsylvania. Scranton? We've been to Scranton.
Mm-hmm.
It was underwhelming.
Scranton? That was the one that was like, shoo, and we went to that
like a fucking
freaky restaurant
mountain.
to get the...
Scranton's
and then we went to that liquor store that had all that shit at it.
Oh yeah, we did go to the liquor store there. That's what she said after a date with Pete. Oh fuck. Buffering. Wait, are we buffering?
We're buffering?
No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe we were before. I am just a little behind. Peter meter reset. Oh my. Lauren can smell the peat. Yeah, I need a Peter meter reset. Yes. Carajus is a series of Lafroig releases. Quarter oak, probably a quarter oak. Casey says it's a puppy. No, he says it's a puppy. Casey, it is a puppy. You know him. Quarter oak, Carchus. Lafroig 10 cast strength or move on, says Peter. Well, that'll be it. I'll have to get that one. I don't know. I need some kind of Lafroig that's not going to make me want to die. Yes, that's Scranton, Pennsylvania, all right. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looked cool, but...
It's actually just not cool when Thunder Mifflin isn't actually a real thing, I guess.
All right, light, sweet, and resetting the palate with a little bit of Michter's American here. Just because it was easy to grab and not super palate altering. Oh my god.
Different?
Drinking bourbon after drinking scotch or peated scotch.
That makes it taste like or smell like water.
It smells like candy.
Something like you squeeze some fruit juice in some water.
Yeah, it smells like just candy actually. Like, well. Holy frights. Woo! That is sweet. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
That is stupidly sweet. I mean, that is like cotton candy, like sugar, fruity, like cherry sweetness. Aha, man. That is a snow cone. Cherry flavored snow cone. Yeah. That's all right. Hopefully that reset the Peter meter.
You're weird.
Thank you. Michter's American or Woodford Double Oaked are sweet desserts. That was definitely sweet dessert if I've ever heard it or had it. American has that cotton candy note to it. Yeah, absolutely it does. It is quite sweet. Lafroig PX Sherry is a great one. So there are good Lafroigs, just not their 10-year apparently. All right. Let's go back to Glass C. I think I can pick out all three of these and say what they are, but I'm not going to try until after. Okay, significantly more peat in it now. Still very sweet and light and bright, I should say. On the nose, it still has that fruit zestiness in there, but the peat has rose up a little bit more, coming off of a sweeter bourbon. It does have this really. It's still like a heavier peat, but also delicate. It's like someone's smoking a cigar, but like outside, like in the yard next to your yard. Or like someone's having a bonfire. You know, you go outside in the summer and someone's having a bonfire. and you smell it somewhere out there. Someone is having a bonfire. It's just not near you. Like you're not sitting next to the bonfire or in the bonfire.
Bonfires.
Yeah, me too. I'm ready for drinking peated scotch around the bonfire.
Ooh, wow.
But this smells like vanilla frosting, fruit zest, and a hint of bonfire.
Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Your turn.
I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. That is good. Desserty, smoky, stone fruity, peach cobbler on the grill. The palate I don't think has changed nearly as much, but the nose definitely, the Peter meter has been reset on the nose, but the palate definitely is very similar to what it was the first time around. I actually like that a lot. I think I have what I think these are, but I'm going to wait. Lefroy 10 Sherry Cask at 48 may work for you. I actually don't mind the lower proof scotches when they're heavily peated like this, because they still feel so oily and so like rich and thick, and probably from the peat. But like the highest one of these is the Ardbeg Ugadal, but the other two are 100 proof and 86 proof, and all three of these taste incredibly rich. So I don't feel like it's as big of a deal when it's like this for me. But let's go on to glass B. Turkey says like a bonfire on the beach. Yeah, like I would love to have a bonfire on the beach.
We have to get a beach first.
Yeah.
I don't think you can just light bonfires at beaches. At least not here. So. Otherwise, people would do it, I feel.
Well, also the beaches here are cold.
Well, I guess if you're going into Lake Michigan. But if you weren't going into Lake Michigan, they'd be warm.
True. I thought I had a sneeze. I didn't, though. OG Brick says...
horse fucker.
Oh, horse, disgusting. Pony, and then the music.
Oh.
Pink Pony Club. Holden, you have done... have you done a proper Ugadal review yet? You should. I have not. I will, but I have not yet. Me and Casey are working on doing some more reviews. It has been hard at school, but I told him we're going to, basically what we're going to do is we're going to really shorten down our review process and do no cuts, just review it, say what we think of it, and end the video. Try to keep it between 5 and 8 minutes. If we make a mistake, just correct ourselves on the fly, and no cuts, no editing, because I don't have time for editing anymore. But if it's just me and Casey recording and putting out videos, that I have time to do.
Was that the?
I can't tell if it's the peat in the milk. I can't tell if they're in my head and I'm just anxious and that's why I feel gross because I'm anxious for it, or if it's actually a thing. Lefroy or Lagavulin 16 has a decent amount of E150 coloring. See, that's the one thing I don't like is when they're colored. I know that Ugadal, I think it said it was natural coloring.
They put color in that shit?
In some of it, like,
why?
Because Scotch is very light. Like this one is really light, and then this one's darker.
They don't burn the barrels?
So Scotch is aged in used barrels typically. So it's a used bourbon barrel or a used wine barrel typically. The thing that actually one of the most important things that sets bourbon apart from Scotch is the fact that it has to be aged in a new oak barrel, and that is why bourbon can be really young. Like a 10-year-old bourbon is pretty high in age, but a 10-year-old Scotch is kind of like a standard. Like Lefroy 10, Highland Park 12, Ardbeg 10, Port Charlotte 10, like they're all 10 years because that's kind of a staple. I feel like Scotch at 10 years is kind of like bourbon at 4.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just kind of a decent age where it's not like young, but it's not like higher age stuff. 8 minutes is good. Yeah, something easy. Casey and Pete, I know. Casey's not a huge Pete guy, but I'm gonna make him do it. I'm gonna pour it down his throat. Scotch is late? Question mark. Edward Hour 12 says hello. I've never even heard of it, but had to step away for a while. Been holding puke yet? No, I'm close though.
He's burping.
Scotch, unfortunately, is allowed to add coloring. If the barrel isn't new, the color doesn't get very dark, so they wanted to look higher age and add the color, which it makes sense. Honestly, I guess I don't care if it helps the whiskey taste better. I feel like, honestly, the darker the whiskey, my eyes just kind of automatically play a trick on me and makes it taste better, so... I don't mean if it tastes better. I mean if it doesn't interfere with the taste. Because obviously the fake additives aren't going to make it taste better per se. But anyway, Glass B. Okay, we are back to the super potent, herbal, earthy, sweet, rich, pungent nose. There's actually a nice orange zest on here. It's like a nice oranginess. It's a little refreshing. But definitely sweet and really full bodied. Probably the most full bodied one here. Okay, and yeah, the palate of this one. Oh, there's always something. Oh, that cigar, that tobacco, like that rich cigar smoke, that aftertaste of cigar leaves in your mouth, and the finish of this palate, and the palate of this is like chef's kiss. I like that a lot. I almost forgot what it was again, and then I remembered. But it is really sweet up front, and it's got that orange zest, and then it's very earthy, herbal, malty, and peaty, and then that nice smoke aftertaste in the finish is chef's kiss. Very nice. But time to move on to Glass A. I heard once that Ardbeg uses wild turkey barrels exclusively.
Is that true?
I don't know if that's true, but that would make sense why I like it so much. I am part of the Ardbeg cult.
You're part of every cult that you've ever come across over. Like we don't live in freaking Utah.
Why Utah?
That's where the Mormons are.
Oh.
Is that a cult or no religion?
It's a religion.
Well, the only difference between a cult and a religion is that a religion is
Yeah, I know. You told me already.
What do you know?
Huh?
What do you know?
A religion is recognized by the government. Oh my goodness. Glass A, back to the coffee cake. Coffee. Yeah, there's still some smokiness in here and peatiness, but it is very desserty, sweet coffee grounds and baked goods in here on the nose, but like also like peaty, like coffee cake made on the smoker, you know, or like a breakfast meat. That's like the smoke. Like if I were making a breakfast skillet with some coffee cake, or even just some coffee grounds. It's not quite coffee. It's not like liquid. It's like coffee grounds, specifically. You know, coffee grounds smell different than the coffee. That's kind of how this is. Okay, coffee grounds, some peat, some sweetness. Let's drink. Glass A by far has the biggest.
Did you get a floater in that glass too? Fucking nasty. It's because you're keeping them in that little tiny squirrel mustache you're growing on. And then they drop in your drink. Glass A definitely has the most charred
palate. The most heavily peated, like burnt bonfire, like smoke. I don't know. It's like glass A is more equivalent to sitting next to a bonfire while smoking a cigar and smoking meat on the grill. Whereas the rest of them are more of like hints of that nice peaty smokiness. But it also is like got this delicate side. I don't know. It's kind of a tale of two towers here.
It's like a bitchy woman. Punches you in the face, but also has a delicate side.
Punch you in the face and then kiss you afterward.
Should we try it?
No. I do like it though. It is really good. So that being said, I'm going to rank these and then I'm going to guess what they are, and I'm going to be right.
Sure.
At this point in time, Scotch needs to stop with the coloring. That's true. Why don't they just age Scotch in some new barrels?
Why don't they make it like purple? Purple's the color of royalty. Then they can mark it up really high.
That Oogie is like 6 to 8 years at best. Well, it's good. So I'm cool with it. Lauren is so loving and supportive.
I am.
True.
Oh,
Mormons.
that was the nicest thing anyone has ever said.
OG Brick says, LOL, Lauren is right. What are you so right about? What's
The
that?
Mormons! You would join the cult, you fucking psycho!
That
You
LDS.
got by the Scientology people. You
That's
feel like
LDS now. There are breakoffs from the normal LDS that are scary kind of cult.
They're the same thing. I did not know that.
What's LDS?
Latter-day Saints.
Oh, interesting. If only Ardbeg could put out a special release, even close to their Dark Cove. Meh ever since.
What if they made it black and then it dyed your pee black?
Richie said that Holden has poured Maker's Mark, the heart bottle, after the Ardbeg. Interesting.
Interesting. Pink Pony Club. I want to keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club.
Oh my.
Stick that big old nose right in there. You look like you're gonna blow on a trumpet when you do that.
Holy fuck. Drinking bourbon after peated Scotch is an experience. I'm not gonna lie, actually, it makes the bourbon taste really good. Like, the Scotch is really good because I'm in the mood for Scotch right now, but it makes the bourbon taste like dessert. Probably because this is closer to a normal meal, and this is like really sweet, potently sweet dessert. Like cake. But anyway, okay, so here's my order. Glass B, first place. Glass A, second place. Glass C, third place. And these bottles are Port Charlotte, Lagavulin 16, and Ardbeg.
No.
No?
Would you like to re-guess?
Is it really wrong?
Yeah. Why are you so fucking shocked?
I mean, good. I'm okay with being wrong. Ardbeg? Okay, thank God. That is a Port Charlotte.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm also gonna be like, please, I didn't think it was a Ardbeg. So this is Ardbeg.
That's Ardbeg.
And this is Lagavulin 16.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Of course I like the most expensive one. It's good though, to be fair.
All of a sudden, now today you have expensive taste.
I always have expensive taste.
You got me on the clearance rack.
I got you on the clearance rack?
Yeah.
Where? The thrift store?
Walmart.
You're not a Walmart baddie. You're at least Target level. Come on.
I don't want to be there.
Peter White says, loving the Tamdu 15 toffee bomb.
Damn, dude.
Tamdu.
We can name a kid that.
McDo.
Damn, dude.
That. Scientology is now completely cult. They're space alien inside the volcano kind of cult. I believe it.
Maybe we won't say that out loud anymore. We don't want them to come after us.
Yeah, what if they come kill me? What if they come take my Lafroig and my, I don't have Lafroig, my Ardbeg, my Lagavulin 16, my Port Charlotte. Anyway, Richie G says, yes, the heart release, it's good. It is really good. Dark Cove is my all-time fave peated. And that is what everyone says, and I've never once in my life tasted it, and I'm not going to, because it came out in like 2018 or 2019 or something like that? Like, come on. Or 2016? Shit, when did Dark Cove come out? A long time ago. And I didn't get to try it, and probably never will. Yes, they want to be known as Church of the Latter-day Saints now. Sounds more Christian.
Do you know what soaking is?
Christian. Yeah, when I take my shirt off in front of you.
No. So the Mormon people, they don't believe in sex before marriage. So what they do, you know what I mean?
I've heard of this before.
So they will like put the penis inside, and then they'll have a friend shake the bed. So like they're not having sex with you, they're just by you, shaking the bed.
Penis inside of what?
The vagina.
Then how are you not having sex?
Because they're not doing the act of sex. The bed is just shaking.
Who volunteers to be the friend who shakes the bed?
I sent this to someone today.
Hey man, you need help shaking your bed tonight? Oh, if you could, that would be great. Me and my missus, we're not married yet, but
right here, look,
boy, would we love soaking.
Today. Wait. Okay, so I think the Mormons should move to LA so when there's earthquake, so when they're soaking, the earthquakes will shake the bed for them.
What the fuck? Steak with chocolate cake? Exactly, steak with chocolate cake. I saw the review on the latest Ardbeg committee release, and the guy said, just get the Oogie. Which one, which committee release? Like the Eureka or the...
Eureka.
Spectacular. I don't know if the Spectacular is committee release, actually. But the Eureka, I think, is the most recent one. Chase Geigel says, hey, Chase Dog, what's going on, man? Welcome to it. Thanks for coming in. How you doing on this fine evening? Octomore. Yes, I really want an Octomore. But that's a little high. Although I would gladly not feel bad spending the money on it now, since I like Peated Scotch, and now I could drink it without being disappointed. But that's still one of those more special bottles that I'll wait to buy until... I'll wait until it's been like a 2 or 3 month dry spell from buying whiskey, and then I'll buy it. That way I don't feel bad. Whiskey on the West Coast did a flight of 5 or 6 Lafroig Carchase
We already
releases.
Carchas.
Releases. Hashtag palate fail. Palate fail. Oh, like couldn't differentiate. OG Brick says soaking.
I think OG Brick is just the high version of Beano. It's just one word answers.
True.
Soaking.
Richie G says, Holden, I still have the Dark Cove in a bunker, and we'll pour you some 60 mils when I crack it. Oh, Richie.
Oh, wow.
You are a true friend. And I'll send you some stuff, too.
You're no best friend.
You got lots to choose from, so just holler when it's time. Peter White says, yes, the Eureka. See, I didn't realize that you can only get the bottles from Ardbeg in the committee releases from their website if you live in the UK. So that made me sad. Not that I was going to get the Eureka, but it would be cool to like be able to go on the website and get their stuff. I did see one though that is called something, and it's named after like the Corey Brecken, and it comes in this like container that has like these gears in it, and you turn the gears and then open it up, and it's like $25,000, and there's only like 400 of them made, but it sounded really cool. It looked really cool. Like the ad looked really cool. I'm definitely high and sipping bourbon too. Hey, OG Brick, that's gangster as fuck. So cheers to that.
My lips like sugar, my lips like sugar.
All right, so hour and 20 minutes in, I think it is about time to wrap it up. But overall, let's do a recap. Punchkis. Raspberry punchkis are king. I mean, they're so good. But yeah, happy Fat Tuesday. I definitely feel fatter than I did yesterday, so
You
it
did
seems
our
to be working.
job.
And then in terms of the peated Scotch, I'm really liking all of these. Lagavulin 16 with a surprising taking the lead. I really thought the Ardbeg was going to do it. In fact, when I tasted all of these and I liked this one the best, that's why I thought it was Ardbeg, because I like the Ardbeg so much. But hey, the Lagavulin is no slouch. And honestly, even the Port Charlotte heavily peated is super good too. It just, these are so much more peat forward that this feels so light in comparison. But it is really good, to be fair. But I think next on my list is got to be the Corryvrecken, or if I can find a good Lafroig to buy, that would be a nice one to round up the lineup. But yeah. Oh, I was going to tell the... Can you stop?
No.
Stop. I was going to tell the story about how long I fucking searched for Port Charlotte today. So they had one store over by my college where I go, but I didn't go to school today because it was I didn't have to. So then I decided to check a different liquor store, and then a different liquor store, and then a different liquor store, and then a different liquor store, and I literally drove through every liquor store across town in the opposite direction, and I couldn't find it. And then I called 2 more liquor stores before I finally found one that had it, and luckily it was a little bit closer than the further one, but either way, it took an hour just to find this one whiskey. And then while I was doing that, obviously I was checking out the Scotch shelves and all these liquor stores. It's a sorry excuse for Scotch here in Wisconsin. I mean, there's a few good stores, but like slim pickings.
Pickings.
But yeah, overall, I'm excited for the Scotch thing. I think it's going to be refreshing not having to go to the liquor store every single day just to miss out on a bottle that costs $200 that everyone else wants to get because it's overpriced and overhyped. And even though it's going to be really good because it's bourbon, like the hunt can get exhausting, and it's certainly expensive enough when I can just go to the store, spend half the price on an expensive bottle of Scotch, and be just as happy. I'm not done buying bourbon by any means. It's been a good change of pace not having to stress about it. Just getting to kind of have fun and explore. I haven't got to do that in a couple years, so. The one-word answers are my attempt to guess what y'all are talking about. Hey, it's been working. Committee releases are available in retail stores. Oh, I know, sometimes. But in Wisconsin here, there's only one store, I think, that I've ever seen a committee release. It's the wine store. And, I mean, I like going there, so that's fine with me, but it's not very easy to find. Great lives. Thanks, Richie. Hey, thanks. Lagavulin 16 was my fave late evening Scotch to pour. I had it with a steak that I grilled up yesterday, and it was amazing. Port Charlotte, to me, is like smoked ham. I could see that. That super sweet, like smoked ham. Yeah, I can get that. Bourbon Bar is next on my single malt sample package. Oh, hell yeah.
Why did it take you so long to figure that out?
I didn't understand what he was saying at first, but hit me up. Email me. To me, I'd skip the Lafroig and go for Kilcoman or something completely different. I feel like your dad has Kilcoman. The reason why I've been going with the super heavily peated stuff is because DJ D-Rec, Derek Whiting, has like, I don't know, probably 15 bottles of peated Scotch that are not heavily peated, but still somewhat peated. I think he has the Kilcoman, so I've tasted a lot. In fact, last live stream that we did Scotch on, we went to their house afterward, and I drank every bottle of peated Scotch that they had, just a little bit, but I worked through my way through them all and just sipped them all. But yeah, I'll have to see if he has it. If he has it, I'm probably not going to duplicate buy because I can always borrow his. But if he doesn't, I'll check out the Kilcoman.
Well, We have some Amazon packages that got delivered to their house that got there today. I'm just saying.
That's true. Port Charlotte is from Brooklotti, arguably the best distillery in Islay.
I like the way it sounds.
I like saying Brooklotti a lot. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you guys haven't hit the like button, please do that on your way out. Also, make sure you're checking out all the other people who are going to be live streaming tonight, part of the TGIT crew. Thank God it's Tuesday. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. I'd appreciate that. We're going to be doing some more scotch here in the future. Definitely going to be doing bourbon. Definitely going to be having a good time.
Next week, so I hope nobody's showing up just for me.
Lauren's leaving next week. She's leaving me.
I'm going to divorce Holden on Monday.
And then she's going to get back together with me on Wednesday. But anyway, make sure you guys check out all the other channels. I don't know who all is live streaming tonight, but you can
figure it out.
Absolutely click on whatever link Sugar Katie posts in the chat. Cheers, Holden and Lauren. Thanks for hosting. Hell yeah. Try his kill command. Then while you do this, it's good foil for what you're drinking. A good foil for what you're drinking. Okay, I will. They're in California, but when they get back, I will. Is it based on Barcelona Works? Yes, just a little.
Don't rush him, okay? I ask that question every day.
Yeah, it's in the process.
So our plan is that this year or this summer, while Holden is off of school, he can do that. Since last summer we spent doing the patio. So, but right now we're just kind of tight on time because he's in school. He has homework every day.
I do. I got a 15-page essay that I just started today. I may have an outline done, but I just started it, the actual essay, the first draft of the essay today, and that's due on Thursday, next week Thursday.
Thursday.
Week in 2 days. But
so little by little.
Yep. Clonakility. We got a bourbon for bacon.
Ooh.
Or bourbon before bacon here. It says double down and Peat Monster Cast Strength. Hey, bourbon before bacon. Welcome to it. Sorry you're catching us on when we're logging off.
So just special for them.
Yeah. I never heard of that. Well, I've heard of Peat Monster from Compass Box, but I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But hey, come back next week, 6 o'clock Central Time on Tuesdays. When we're live stream, come back at the beginning of live stream next week. Bourbon before bacon. We'd love to see you here. My bourbon journey's on tonight.
No, off tonight.
Or off tonight. 21090 will be on in a little bit. So make sure you guys are going to check out 21090 tonight. School first. Basement bar can wait. True, and we need the money to pay for it. Bacon Wash Jack Daniels is.
Where's all the money that I'm working for going? Yeah.
I don't know.
Get your shit together. I don't understand. I get a good high-paying job and then you spend it all. How the fuck is that fair?
Same, yes, sir. Cheers, sir. Add a bit of filtered bacon grease to Jack. Yes, please. That being said, thank you all so much for being here. We love you all, and we'll see you all in the next class. Cheers. Bye-bye, everybody.